guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a really quick video on the introduction to tarot. Tarot is something I get asked about a lot on my Instagram because I often post pictures of tarot cards, so I just thought we'd do a really nice simple video to go over some tips that I have for starting out on your tarot journey. So for those of you who don't know, tarot cards are a form of divination which can be used to shine light on the options and possibilities and energies surrounding a situation for the question that you've asked. There are 78 cards that form the entirety of a tarot deck. These are split up into two sections. Firstly, the Major Arcana, which has 22 cards, and the Minor Arcana, which has 56. The Major Arcana cards are the cards that you will probably have seen in pop culture movies, and these include cards such as the Death card, Hangman, and the Lovers. Fun fact, pulling the Death card doesn't mean that someone's going to die. Thank you True Blood and every other movie ever. The Major Arcana cards represent bigger life issues, major events, something really significant. So these cards are really important when they come up in a spread. The 56 Minor Arcana cards are separated into 4 suits: the Cups, Swords, Coins or Pentacles, and Cups or Vessels. Numerically, the aces to tens in each of those will represent the beginning to completion of a situation, and the court cards will represent certain people. I often get asked what a good deck for beginners is, and I have to say, and I know a lot of people say, that the best deck to start with would be the Rider-Waite. There is a few variations of this. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 different ones, but this is just the standard Rider-Waite. I really like this one. It looks very much like you would expect a tarot deck to look like. It's very pretty. The Rider-Waite is pretty much the universal language of tarot. A lot of experienced tarot readers will work with this deck for most of their time reading, and there are more books that are written about that particular deck, so that it's easier to find information on. There are 2 books, although there are many other books, there are 2 books that I would recommend straight away for anyone who wants to learn tarot to get themselves, and that would be Tarot: The Complete Handbook for the Apprentice. This is especially written for the Rider-Waite, so it has each card description, so that one's really great. I would also recommend Everyday Tarot, which is a busy tarot book written by Bridget Esselmont, and that one will really help you to understand how to read intuitively and confidently. I will put links for the deck and the 2 books in the description below if any of you want to check those out and maybe get yourself some of them. Caring for your tarot deck. I keep mine in this little pouch. It's just a little velvet thing. It's actually massive on the inside. It's basically the TARDIS. This is big enough to keep my tarot deck and my oracle deck in. Traditionally, a lot of books will tell you that you should wrap your cards in silk, but silk isn't always accessible to some people, and also some people won't use silk. So just a little bag like this, those sort of little drawstring see-through bags that you can get pretty cheaply for about £1 are also quite good. So my top tip for learning the tarot would be to spend a little bit of time every day with 1 tarot card. This seems like a lot, as there are 78, but looking at a card for a little bit, taking the imagery, seeing what you feel from it, seeing what you can pick up, and writing that down will really help you to learn them and remember them. And then once you've written it down and you've spent that time with it by yourself, go to the book and see what the book says, and then sort of cross-reference, see the differences, see the similarities, and see how the book definition feels to you and how you relate to that meaning. Once you start to feel more comfortable with the cards and you can sort of recognise them a little bit when you pull them, then you can start doing some simple spreads. Either 1 card, 2 card, or the 3 card spreads are really nice little simple ones to start with. So you've got your first tarot deck, and what's the first thing you do? The most important thing to do is to bond with your deck when you get it. This is a period of time, a week to about 2 weeks, where if possible, carry the deck with you wherever you go, either in your bag or in your pocket. I wouldn't let anyone else touch them for a while because you really need to let your energy mesh in with the cards so you become one glorious unit. And you can also keep them on your secret space if you have one of those. When you feel that you've bonded with them, you don't have to carry them around so much, but keeping them with you is a really good way to let them absorb your energy, just like wearing a crystal. The final thing I want to talk about is cleansing your deck. This is something that you should do when you first get your deck, especially if you've ordered it from somewhere like Amazon, just because lots of people in a warehouse have handled it, the posties handled it, whoever's bought it to you has handled it. And to do this, I initially will knock 3 times, and then that pushes out any energy. And then I like to envision a bright white light glowing through it, and white is the colour of purity and purification, so again that cleanses that energy out. And then I like to use Palo Santo and just smoke cleanse it really gently around. I find smoke cleansing really nice, and Palo Santo just smells so gorgeous. So once you've cleansed your deck and you feel that it's suitably cleansed, I would just give it a little shuffle, think about the question that you want to ask it, and pull a couple of cards. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found some of these tarot tips interesting and helpful. If you have, hit the thumbs up and that subscribe button and that bell so you get a little notification when I next upload. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!